Sadly, we've seen this before. This time, as abortion rights protesters plan to demonstrate in front of the Supreme Court, officials say they are tracking extremist calls for violence.
Well, right now it is extremely calm. There are only a few people out here, mostly people just taking a look at the scene here, which is this 8-foot fence you just mentioned, this non-scalable fence. If you take a look, just a little bit above, a couple feet above me, and it just gives you a sense of how seriously law enforcement here in Washington is taking this. This has become somewhat of muscle memory here in D.C. because, as you mentioned, this went up after January 6th. It is the go-to move for law enforcement here when they are concerned there's any chance that First Amendment activity could erupt into potential violence. And it's not just here that law enforcement is taking the uptick in social media chatter very, very seriously. Earlier this week, federal officials hosted a call with around 150 participants from all across the country, state and local law enforcement, to warn them that there were confrontations at protests throughout the country, that there's the possibility there will be more demonstrations. And then further, again, about this uptick in social media chatter, one law enforcement source told me the reality here is that there's a chance that violent extremists could use the Roe v. Wade opinion to justify acts of violence, and that could be against abortion providers, it could be against members of the judiciary, it could be against the 9 justices that sit here at the Supreme Court. So just one example of the way law enforcement here is taking this very seriously is this fence. In addition, there's a heightened police presence here that should last at least through Sundays. Anna.
And there's a new bipartisan